Center for Human Services is proud to celebrate our 50th anniversary, and we hope to be around for another 50 years. In the past 50 years, we've grown tremendously, and our plans for the future are pretty big too. In 2015, we purchased our permanent home located at 2000 West Breaksmore Avenue in Modesto. First, it was more space than we knew what to do with, but just 5 short years later, and we are spilling over. I took over as executive director in 2010. And in the last decade, we've grown tremendously. And most of it's been in response to the community's need for services. We really work hard to partner with people in the community, and our partners have just sought us out to do a lot of exciting things.
When I first started, I think we maybe had 100 and some odd workers or staff, and now we're up to over 200 and some odd. So all the departments, including the department I work in, has grown and changed.
We are intentional about the work we do. We remain focused on supporting families, youth, and young adults, as well as assisting those with mental health issues. And while much has changed over the years, we are staying true to our roots, helping those who struggle with substance use.
There's a lot of stigma behind addiction. It's not a moral failing, it is a disease. It's a progressive chronic illness that doesn't go away, and it'll always be there.
We have to remember that these are human beings that we're dealing with, and they come with a lot of complex things sometimes, as we all do. And I think that CHS is capable of creating a space that's going to be safe for all of those and welcoming.
Being a substance use disorder counselor is definitely my passion field. I finally found a home with the agency, and I feel comfortable, and I support everything that they do 100%.
We recognized a greater need for youth in crisis and at risk of homelessness in our county. We know we have the skills, compassion, and experience needed to meet that need. We are building a youth navigation center that will house our 2 current shelter programs, Hutton House and Pathways, as well as provide 24 beds in a low-barrier shelter for young adults 18 to 24 years old.
So we are at a very exciting time for the Youth Navigation Center. We're starting construction. For me, a lot of my work here in the next 6 months or so is building the structure around the Youth Navigation Center, so how to build partnerships where we're going to need them and build relationships with people in the community, and also come up with some new programming around our low barrier shelter.
So the Youth Navigation Center, one thing that I'm very excited for is our low barrier shelter, because as it is right now in this county, there is no shelter specifically for transitional age youth. To take an 18, 19, 20-year-old that maybe has trauma and different things going on and put them in a shelter with 200 other people in like a gymnasium style sleeping arrangement is very scary. So I'm very excited for the Youth Navigation Center to have our low barrier for those that's going to be very youth focused.
We've accomplished a lot in 50 years. Today, we celebrate how far we have come and the positive impact we've had on tens of thousands of Stanislaus County residents. Tomorrow, we start on the next 50 years and continue our legacy of changing lives, building futures, and strengthening families.